Thanks, fishing fanatics. Do-it-yourself Steve here again, getting behind post videos here. I get a lot of them on. Doing another boat job here. Got this boat quite set up. You've seen one of my other videos, but I put a deck in this one. I got this mainly set up to run on electric. I got some reservoirs close, so I got a GPS trolling motor up here in the front. Right now I've been able to just stick my lines in, put my seat here in the front, put my feet up on the cooler, and I use the remote to drive. And I turn the fish finder, or might as well call it a structure finder here. What I'm doing right now is finding the bottom with it. So I look for the contours and I monitor the rods and the rod holders and try to find depth. But what I'm working on today here is put this switch panel in. Looks really nice, had to hunt around. Got to put one of these in. You want to be careful when you do this. Really hard to find something waterproof. They'll say water resistant. This is about the best I found. Really like it. It's got built-in breakers, no fuses. I got everything wired for you, really nice. All I do is add my wires there, get my hot to go onto here. Go ahead and I think on the safe side here, I think, or I'll have to look, might have to fuse this on top of it. But anyway, I'll look into that. I'm gonna go ahead and mount it, trying to figure out how I was gonna mount it. Wanted it in a housing, so this is how I put the fish finder on. Right here is where I'd like to have this. So I sit right here, and here's where I'd like to have this panel. I want to run a running light at night, a separate light for the front marker lights when you're underway, and I got one switch panel left. I think I'm going to go ahead and put a pump on there since I already have it. Doesn't do much good to be under the front in case you need it. So I'm going to plumb it in, and then I think I'm going to put one other switch for the time being on some lights for around the inside of the boat that aim down, because the reservoir water is clear. I think I'm going to start fishing at night to stay ahead of the clarity so the fish will actually bite. So I'm going to get this thing rigged up at night, show you my idea here. My idea here, of course this is just a tin. I'm going to cut this out. Doesn't look like much now. That's going to be where the switch panel is going to mount into. Here's the rest of it. I'm going to cut these handles off, saw this thing down, build this in here at an angle, mount this, put that switch panel in that cover. Of course this will get painted when I get done, but that'll house it. Instead of taking these screws out where the seal and stuff goes, all I'll have to do is pull that cover off the front to access the back. So looks like a good idea here. I think we'll run with it, start doing some nasty metal cutting, and made a template here. This is a pretty good way to go. This angle's tough to find, so I kept cutting here, and I made me a template for the angle. That gives me a start where I got to cut that box down. So we'll get going here and see how it goes.